Today, when we got back from the hot air balloon ride, my eyes started getting red and they started getting really wet. It's gross and it's terrifying, and I Googled it and I was like, I have to see a doctor right now. Last night, I had a nightmare that my contacts were stuck behind my eyes. And in the nightmare, I was trying to dig my contacts out of my eyes. And when I woke up, my eyes were hurting a lot. And so I think I might have been trying to scratch my own eyes out in my sleep. Which is not really a thing I do. Freaked me out a little bit this morning, I'm not gonna lie. So today took a little bit of a weird turn. I've been having throat irritation since I got to Chiang Mai. In spite of the irritation being really uncomfortable, I was doing okay. But today, when we got back from the hot air balloon ride, my eyes started getting red, like really red, and they started getting really wet. I know this is gross, I'm sorry. So we took a tuk-tuk over to sort of the best local little clinic, and I sat with the doctor, and he checked me out and he felt my lymph nodes and he looked in my throat, and he said that the fact that I haven't had a fever says that I don't have a viral infection. I most likely don't even have a bacterial infection, but with what's happening to my eyes and how gross it is, he wants to make absolutely sure that there's no bacteria involved. So he gave me an antibiotic. He gave me something to help relieve the pressure in my sinuses and just sort of ease the symptoms of the throat discomfort. And then he told me to try and wear my N95 masks when I'm going to be outside in dusty or polluted areas. It cost $30 to see a doctor. And all of the prescriptions that he gave me brought that $30 up to $44. I'm glad I went ahead and did this here, because it would have cost way more in America. I dropped my good water bottle on my toe last night, and it hurt a lot, and I had a feeling I was injured. I need to put some antibiotics on that too. I look ridiculous, but we are going on a little adventure because we are in Bagan, and I want to see some freaking temples. So we're gonna get on e-bikes and go exploring. Well, the doctor that I saw this afternoon said that the N95s are great for pollution, and that I should try and wear these if I'm gonna be in a place that's really dusty or really intense. And since we're going to be riding e-bikes around in the dirt, I really want to prevent more irritation. So I'm wearing an N95 today. He also said that I shouldn't be wearing these more than 3 hours at a time because they get really hot and uncomfortable. This is really nice. When I have my own e-bike, I'm actually quite happy. So Justin's an amazing driver when I'm not on the back, and I feel fantastic on this thing when I'm driving.
All my nerves are gone. I think it was because I was afraid if I mess up, then you'd get hurt too.
Yeah, we feel fantastic when we have our own bikes. So separate bikes is definitely the way to go. Look how beautiful this temple is.
The Bagan Archaeological Zone is home to over 2,000 surviving pagodas and stupas that were built between the 9th and 13th centuries. The area is too large to explore on foot, so e-bikes are an extremely popular way to navigate the dusty roads that snake between the temples. It costs 25,000 kyat, around $20, for an entry ticket which is valid for 3 days and will allow you to roam freely through Old Bagan. Many of the temples are open for you to enter at your leisure, but all of the staircases to the tops of the pagodas have been closed to tourists.
Oh, Justin, this would be beautiful.
Yeah, I think this is good.
This is Sunset Hill. They made this hill because there's three? I thought
Three
there were
Sunset
two.
Hills.
I thought there was two. There's 3 Sunset Hills. They made them because they closed down the temples. It used to be that you could climb the temples and watch the sunset from any of many different temples around here, but tourists were destroying the temples doing that. So they built these hills so that you'd have a nice high spot to see the city. So we're going to be doing sunset at one of these Sunset Hills and sunrise at some other location that has yet to be selected yet. Just in case you weren't cool enough, you look impossibly cool on that bike. This is actually quite beautiful.
Let's see. Did you do these yourself?
Yeah,
What are they doing here?
he go the balloons.
They're beautiful.
This is in bag and bake assembly.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. How much do you want? You wanted to?
2,000.
You said you could do
I
2,000
think that's fair.
for all 4 of these.
Yeah.
The whole. Which 4 do you want,
I
Justin?
want this one.
You want that 4?
No.
Okay. All right. 2,000 for all 4. She called you handsome.
You called me handsome. Like, how can I not?
Goodness gracious. That's all it takes to buy Justin. Call him handsome. So, on approach to this hill, while Justin was failing at parking his bicycle and looking like a giant fool, I was trying to go up a small sliver of hill and the bike just sort of toppled over. The bike wasn't hurt, I wasn't hurt, nobody was hurt, but we looked so stupid. Oh my God, I've never felt more like a tourist in my life. Time to go home. I hate this narrow little gate. It's the worst. This is how I felt before. Alright, I look crazy because my eye's swelling up. I found a sty in it, so you know, that's what we're doing today. Sweet and sour pork for Justin. Look at how big this tomato soup is. Jessica. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be amazing. Did they give you spicy? Oh boy. Oh wow, it's interesting. It's not like creamy tomato soup. It's like water with chunks of tomatoes, chunks of chicken, chunks of basil, and chunks of egg. They actually cooked an egg in this.
Is it good?
The little taste I had tasted good. Yeah, it's really good. It's a little hot for me to eat right now, so I have to wait, but it's gonna be amazing. Oh, it tastes so fresh. Good morning. We are up at sunrise. It is 6 a.m. at the moment. You can see the sky kind of pinking up a little bit. We're gonna take some e-bikes and look for some good spots to watch the sunrise. We're a little bit foggy on where to go for this because they've closed down basically all the temples that you would normally climb. E-bikes are super fun. Renting them from our hotel is really expensive compared to renting them in town, but we're looking for ease today. I'm starting to feel better. The medicine I got from the doctor yesterday for my eyes and for my throat are kicking in. It's starting to be an uphill climb, and so I don't want the dust and dirt and the morning burning of trash to make everything worse again. So I'm going to be wearing the N95 when we're out and about. We have a flight this afternoon. So it's gonna be a busy day. Mornings are really chilly here, so I'm wearing my coat. I brought it for South Korea. I wasn't actually planning on using it in Thailand or Myanmar, but Myanmar has some really chilly mornings, so I've been really happy to have the coat. Our plan is pretty basic. You're going to Sunset Hill and seeing if someone stops us on the way and offers to take us somewhere better. They usually hope that you'll buy a painting from them or give them a donation of some kind in exchange for their trouble, which we're happy to do this morning. You do have to be careful on these dirt roads. There are some patches where the sand is a little deeper, and if you're not really careful with how you steer, you could spin out. We found a local who is offering to take us to a better spot for the sunrise. I left my scooter on like a total genius. Justin did this yesterday, I did this yesterday. I left my blinker on. Man, I feel so cool on this bike, but not that cool. Ah, check out that sky. We have our first balloon. Sun's coming up over here on the left.
We had read online that there could be advantages to letting a local guide you to a place that's away from the crowds and legal to visit, so we went ahead and took a chance. There were about a dozen people who already knew about this spot, so it didn't feel particularly private, but everyone was quiet and respectful. Later on that morning, however, we had major regrets about our choice of sunrise spot, but we'll get into that in a bit.
The burning of trash has started, and it does not do good things to me. Oh boy, the sand is killer. The good thing is that when you get stuck in deep sand, what you would fall into is deep sand. So you can put your feet down and catch your bike and it doesn't hurt or anything. Found another mound. Have we been here before? We haven't been here. Oh. This is Suleimani Sunset Hill, and I don't care how crowded it gets in the morning. These views are the best that we've seen so far.
Sunrise would be right there.
And then the balloons would be, oh, there's another hill over there that you could walk to. This is a beautiful spot for sunrise and sunset. The views are absolutely stunning.
Yep, this is better than all the other ones we've been to.
Yeah, 360 degrees of temples. Also a doggo. This is our favorite spot. We just stumbled across this by driving around. This is probably crowded at sunrise, but I'm not sure I would care. Our hot air balloon ride was so worth it. It was so unique because they usually go very high above the old city, but we had a very low viewpoint, so we could get beautiful photos and videos of all of these temples from the air in beautiful weather. I mean, there's nothing like it, and you can't even guarantee that you would get a flight like that. It was a very rare kind of flight, and I'm very grateful for it because you know, our sunset and sunrise photos are okay, but the view from the hot air balloon is just brilliant. Beautiful. beautiful. It used to be that you could go to the top of the pagodas, any pagoda you want really, and look at the view, but they were getting too damaged by tourists, so they've shut all that down and put in gates like that. Now listen, I'm trusting you right now. Justin, that is an open field, Justin. What are you doing? That is a like straight drop off. No, 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 no. I like this little temple we found though. This is another viewing platform. This is the Kamak Pond viewing platform. I'm a little sad I didn't see all of these on the map. It's kind of hard.
We saw this one, but it was a little further out.
Suleimani viewing platform is still our favorite, but this one's got a nice view. We are staying at Ananda Bagan. It is around $80 a night. Everything here is just beautiful. Our room had complimentary minibar, so I'm gonna have a soda. It's unlike me. Justin's gonna go swimming. We have 3.5 hours to kill until we leave for our flight. This morning, I woke up a little better than yesterday. Swelling in my eye has gone down. I know it probably doesn't look like it. It looks like I got punched in the face, but my eye swelling is down, the redness is down. It's still pretty gross. Like, you can't see it here, but like up on the top of my eye is where it's like really red. I don't have nearly as much like drainage or mucus coming out of my eye anymore. God, it sounds so gross. And I think tomorrow I'm gonna be a lot better, just sort of based on how I feel right now. Tomorrow is gonna be really good. We're gonna do lunch at our hotel. I'm bored waiting for food, so we're doing B-roll of Justin awkwardly staring at the camera. Thank you. This tomato soup is so good. That looks interesting. Try it, see how it goes. How are you supposed to eat that?
It's good.
Yeah? Your eyes just got so big. That must be really good. Justin's making me try this because I don't think I'll like it. I'm just trying a little bit of the broth. I have a fresh spoon and everything. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. Here is Bagan's airport. Fun story about this flight. We forgot to book it until yesterday when Justin went to look up when our flight was, and there was no flight to be had because we hadn't purchased it. So we looked it up and the price hadn't really changed much and there were still seats available for the flight we wanted, so we bought it. And we're here. Dodged a bullet there. This plane might be tiny. There's our luggage going to the plane. How you doing, Justin? Good. What a sweet little thing. This isn't the smallest plane I've been on, but it's close. Seating assignments for this flight is spread them out so that the plane is evenly weighted. This flight is 1 hour long, and we get pastries and water, free checked bag, and it was $80. What the heck? Mine is different from Justin's, so we're probably gonna try and split these in half so we can each have a bit of all of it. Listen, we even have official drink service on this flight in addition to our snack and water. That was the fastest in-flight service I have ever witnessed in my life. We were in the air less than 15 minutes, and now everybody has snacks and drinks.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, the coffee's good. Both the AirAsia flights we took didn't even give us water. Oh my God, they're not done giving us things. They gave us dessert. I love Myanmar. Slightly larger airport than the one we departed from. We just landed in Yangon. We have to figure out how to get to our hotel. Room tour! There it is.
We have a balcony.
Nice, we have a balcony. Our bathroom, there's a sink, toilet, and a shower. Justin has a pillow problem. He doesn't like fluffy pillows.
No. Alright, you can have it.
You're gonna sleep with no pillow?
I'd rather have no pillow than no pillow.
You're gonna sleep on your sweater? Oh boy. Good night.